this. It is an honor for me to be invited to be one of the speakers for your session. So today I'm going to share with you, I have about 40 minutes to share on Mendeley. So I'm going to go on a very brief, what is Mendeley practically. So basically, if we talk about Mendeley for all students, postgraduate students, especially those in doing research, I think this is a must-have tools for all of you. So Mendeley Reference Manager is not only about referencing tool, but it's more on the article management, research management, thesis management. But on today's session, with the time allocated, like 40 minutes, I'm going to share the very basic application of what is Mendeley and how can you use Mendeley to ease your research journey. I hope so. All right, so I'm going to share my desktop first. Can you see my desktop?
Yes, Doctor.
All right. So before we go to Mendeley desktop, I would like you guys to know that we have two different Mendeley in which you can go and download from Mendeley website. First, we have the Mendeley desktop. Can you see? I'm pointing at the Mendeley desktop logo here. If you don't see, you just let me know, okay? All right. So we have the Mendeley desktop, and the other one we have the Mendeley Reference Manager. So what is the difference between these two? Mendeley desktop is the normal use Mendeley that you used before, and Mendeley Reference Manager is basically the cloud platform of your Mendeley, and previously it is known as Mendeley Web, but now it is changed to Mendeley Reference Manager. So if you ask me, do you need to install both of these Mendeley? Then my answer would be yes. Why? Because from a Mendeley desktop, first you have to sign in. If you don't have the account, you have to sign in first into Mendeley account, and then you install both of these, the Mendeley desktop and the Mendeley Reference Manager. Because of Mendeley Reference Manager, you can access all the files, all the notes that you've made on your Mendeley desktop. It will be linked together to Mendeley Reference Manager. And as I said, it is stored on cloud platform. You can access anywhere using any smart devices. So yes, I advise you to install both of these in your computer. So today we are going to go to Mendeley desktop first. So assuming all of you have already installed your Mendeley desktop in your computer, and the first thing you need to do before using this Mendeley desktop is first, you need to install the Microsoft Word plugin first. Okay, so bear in mind, while installing this Microsoft Word plugin, you need to turn off your Microsoft Word first. Then you install this Microsoft Word plugin. Okay, and the other one is this one, my advice, but it's not mandatory. But if most of your article will be taken from Elsevier, then I would also advise you guys to install the web importer as well, as it will be integrated and it will be easier for you to download any article from the Elsevier, since now Mendeley has been taken over by Elsevier. So as you notice, when you go to this any Elsevier website, you will see the Mendeley citation as part of the menu. Why? Because it is already been part of Elsevier. That's why. Okay. All right. So so that you know the function and you will utilize to maximize to the optimum. All right. So we have here. First, this is the upper menu, and this side menu, we have two categories. And I will explain this menu first, since this one and this one is basically the same thing. Okay, so now, as you can see here, we are on the library of Mendeley desktop library. All right. And we have all document section, recently added, recently read, favorites, needs, my publication, unsorted. And these are all the folders that I have that I've divided according to whether it's the thesis I'm working on, my student's thesis I'm working on, whether it's a book I've been writing, and whether it's a paper or it's a research area that I've working on. So I've divided into several folders. This is what I meant by research management of using your Mendeley. Okay, so first, as you can see here, we have all document section. So all document section is before that, okay, I always forgot to say this one. Mendeley, all the article, as you can see here, it is not stored in the Mendeley desktop. It is being called from anywhere you stored your article. So I've been receiving a lot of questions. Why suddenly you can't access the article? Why? Because if, for example, you stored all the articles in the folder in your desktop and suddenly you change the location, the folder to another location, then the Mendeley couldn't call your article or your folder. So you have to understand that it is not, the paper is not stored in this Mendeley desktop, but it is called from your folder. That is the first thing you should know. But for Mendeley Reference Manager, the red color I showed before, all the paper is being stored on the cloud platform. So that is the difference. Okay, so we go to all document section. All document is the section in which all the articles, you can see all the articles here. It's different from, for example, if I open the article from this folder, only the article that I've included in this folder can be seen. But for all documents, regardless of any folder, you can see all the documents. And it is important for you to understand what is the meaning of the menu on top of it and how can you utilize to the maximum of to your advantages for your research. Okay, so this one is the favorite section. Can you see? I'm moving my mouse, the pointer here. Can you see? Zoro, can you see?
Yes, doctor.
All right, okay. So this is the favorite menu. This one is similar to this one, the favorite. So what is the function of the favorite menu? If, for example, you have a lot of paper and stored in any of the folder, and we don't want to waste your time to read over and over again. So what you do is that first, if you have the paper within this document, and you find that this paper is important, and you are going to come back to this paper later on, you click favorite. Okay, your favorite section, it's either can be seen here, or it's either in your favorite section in the folder that you have opened. And you can as well sort this item. For example, if I click here, it will be sorted from unfavorite to favorite. If I click again, it will be sorted to favorite article to unfavorite article. So this is very important. Don't read the article again and again. You are wasting your time. You are draining your brain. So please be wise in reading your article, in managing your article, your research as well. Okay. Another part is this circle icon. This one is the most important part to start with. Why? As you can see, first, if you take all the paper into this Mendeley, what Mendeley will do is all the paper will be automatically colored with green colored. This one. Okay. So what I do is that if I have read the paper, and I find out the paper is not into my interest and I've read the paper already, I just click here. Meaning that I'm not going to read the paper, but I'm not going to delete this paper. This might be useful later. So this is what I did. Okay. So, and if you see all this green color, meaning that this is the paper that I haven't read yet. So that is how you look into your article without wasting your time. And this one also can be sorted as well. You just click here. It will be sorted from the unread to read. And if you click again, it will be sorted from the read to unread. Depend on you. Okay. All right. Next is the article. Whether your articles is being stored, you have the PDF, the full PDF version of your article, or you don't have the PDF version of your article. Like for this one, this is the example of I'm adding this article manually. I don't have the full full PDF version. For this one, I only save it from the web. So I have received so many questions regarding on this. The question is whether we can only use it for those article with full version PDF article. No, it's not like that. You can put all papers in this section regardless of whether it is come with the PDF version, no PDF version, web version, whatever. So, but this is the indicator for you to see whether this paper comes with a full PDF version or not. Okay, and this section, we have the author section name. We have the title section. You can sort as well. Every items on top of your menu, you can sort as well. All right, and you have the title, the year of publication. So for example, if you're going to your requirement for your thesis writing or for your publication, article publication is within 5 years time. So first I'm going to look into the 5 years paper. So what I did is I click here. This is from the previous to the latest, and I click again. This is from the latest towards the previous one. So I have the 2021, 2022. So all this paper I'm going to take into account, into my reading, into my literature review. So that is how you do it with this year section. And then you have the publisher of your article, whether you are going to specifically consider the reputed journal like IEEE, Elsevier journals, or the journal with impact factor whatsoever. So this is where you're going to sort and look into the journal. And this is the added date, meaning that the paper, the article has been included into this Mendeley. All right. So for your information, while doing my research, checking my students' works, whatever, I use all these items accordingly. Okay, like for this one added, I use this as well. So along the way, when you are doing your research, you will notice that you are going to use this item as well. So this is very important. It's not just for you to have a look and that's it. No, this is about how you manage your article, your reading, your writing as well. Okay, and if you go to view section here, you can see this library. Now we are seeing this library as table. Okay, this is the view of the library as table, and you can view the library as citation as well, and click here. And you see the library is viewed in the format of citation. So you have two choices depending. Sometimes I would like to find the paper as according to the citation format. It will be easier for me to look into the paper, then I will choose this format. Okay, but most of the time I prefer to use the library as table format, view format. All right, so here we have the all document section. As I mentioned before, what is all document? It's all the documents that is in the Mendeley library, regardless of the folder. We have recently added. So what is recently added? You don't have to worry. You don't have to memorize all this item. What is this? What is that? No, if you just scroll here, just put your mouse, your pointer here, it will come out with this, the description. What is this section is all about? So like for this one, this is the paper that shows all documents which have been added within last 14 days, 2 weeks. Okay, so you can access within 14 days of your paper at this recently added section. And you have recently read, so it will show the documents which have been recently read. Okay, sometimes I look into this one as well. All right. And this is the favorite section. I said before, the favorite section, if you open based on the article folder, based on the folder, the favorite will show the favorite within the folder only. Okay, that's the difference. And we have, okay, this need review section. Along the way, if you, normally it will happen, I'm not sure with all of you, but I used to use the Sign Hub webs a lot. All right, to get all the paper. to extract all the paper, the paid paper, but I'm using through the Sign Hub. Normally, all the paper from the Sign Hub, the information of the article is not complete. Okay, all right. So for example, in this category, all this category needs review category, meaning that the information of the paper, Mendeley cannot auto-detect, auto-read the information of the paper. So it will be categorized under this need review section. So for example, I click this one and I click here. I think for window, the clicking detail is not at the bottom, but in the middle, I think for window. All right, but for Mac, the arrow, the info detail is at the bottom of your Mendeley desktop. So just click here and you see, you will notice this question mark here. And with the description, these details need reviewing. You can mark them as correct or search the Mendeley catalog. If you find this information of your article is correct, then you just click details are correct. And it is automatically being taken out from this need review section. Okay, but most of the times the information is not correct in terms of the title, in terms of missing the author name, in terms of the category of the journal, in terms of the type of the journal. So just look into this item, and for example, this one, I think it's good enough. The information is all correct, and I just click details are correct. So it is automatically being taken out from this section, and you can see this view, normal view for your article, for each of the article. And this is the my publication section. My publication section, if you have your own publication, you just put all your publication here. This one is unsorted. So what is the meaning of unsorted? For example, I've categorized all the articles as according to the folder, but I do have some articles that has not been categorized into any of the folder. And then what happened, Mendeley will categorize it as unsorted, under the unsorted, meaning that this paper has not been categorized into any of the folder. All right, and here you have the create folder. So this is very important. My advice to all of you is that please open the section of your folder as according to your research. For example, if you're doing your thesis and you are going to have like chapter first, you are going to have a reference article as well. Chapter 2, the literature review, you're going to have a few reference as well. Chapter 3 as well. So what you do is that you open according to the chapter. It will be easier for you. You may seem it's simple, but it's not simple. It's about management. It's about how you manage your brain. So that during your study, you won't drain out. So that is very important. Or if you're working with article, for example, you have open a folder for your thesis, and now you are planning to write the first article. So what I did is I will open another folder for that article, for that particular article. Why? Sometimes you need to look into that particular articles only. Sometimes you may want to export all the articles only related to the articles that you've been writing to your supervisor or whoever. So if you open it by this folder, it will be easier for you to manage your article. All right. And here we have the external library, the group section. This one, before Mendeley updated the version, this one is included in Mendeley desktop. But now this group category, if you create this group, it will be automatically linked with the Mendeley reference manager, in which here you can only see like this. Okay, for example, this is the group I opened for sound energy harvesting. This one is a group that I create for vibration energy harvesting. If you look here, you don't see any difference. But if you open at the Mendeley reference manager, you can have the section in which you can add the collaborator. So what I did is that I normally ask my student to share all the articles, this one, as it will be linked to the Mendeley reference manager. And if he add my names as a collaborator on this section, this folder, at the Mendeley reference manager, then I can see the paper. I don't have to export all the papers to my students or vice versa. So that's how we do it. But before we can do it straight away from Mendeley desktop, but now it has been turned off here, but it is available for Mendeley reference manager, but you can create the folder here. Okay, bear in mind, you can create the folder here. Just the application, the function will be fully utilized in Mendeley Reference Manager section. Okay, and then we have here how you are going to add your file, your article. It's either you are going to add files. Files is individual article, right? Go here to files and go to all right, so for example, okay, so this is the example of if I can choose any of the article I would like to add individual, or if I would like to add all the article, what I do is just click Shift, Control or Command in MacBook and down arrow for you to add all article into this Mendeley library. Or okay, for example, I open another folder. This is the easiest way, basically. Okay, what you can do is you just click here. Not shift, yeah. Shift, down arrow just now, not shift command, shift and down arrow. You can highlight all, or you can do that as well and just drag here. Okay. Shift down and drag here. That is the easiest method. I always do like that, just drag all. But if, for example, I have a folder, I stored all the downloaded article in one folder, what I can do to add all the article within a folder is I just go to add folder and you click add folder here and you can choose any folder with the article within the folder and it will automatically add the folder. Or you may add entry manually. This is what I've said. Okay, you just need this article for your referencing as you have read the article on the website from the abstract, and you just want to see what is this author has been doing. Is it related to you? And you find it slightly related, and you can add it as part of your reference in literature review or in any part of your article writing. You don't have to have a full paper article, so you just add it manually. If you can't do it automatically, you can do it manually or from the web or whatever. So this is the alternative. I rarely use this item, but I just show that you may use this as well. Okay, and you have another watch folder. So what is watch folder? If you declare to Mendeley any of the folder, like desktop, so within the desktop, I have another folder. I open the folder and I declare to Mendeley with this tick function here. Okay, all the paper, for example, the folder will be placed on the desktop. Okay, I've tried to make it on another folder, but I can't. What I can do is if I put the folder on the desktop, I can do it. All right, you may try. You may try to put the folder at another, another section rather than desktop. But for me, as I try, I can't do it. All right. So what the watch folder do is that once it has recognized the folder, all the articles that you put into the folder will be automatically updated in your Mendeley desktop library, but not on any particular folder that you open here. It will be automatically can be seen in the all document section. So don't worry. So if you say, I want it to be, I don't know which paper has been added here, even if it is automatically added from your folder, what you can do is you just click at the edit time. So from the edit time, you know, oh, this one is the newest article that has been automatically added. That's how you recognize your article. Okay, and then we go to how you are going to, hold on, we have this file. Okay, for example, if you download, if you go to Google Scholar, you see at each of the article, you can download the bibliography, download the citation. So just download any part of your folder and you can import into your Mendeley desktop, depending on the type of the reference item you downloaded before. For example, you may choose it in a BibTeX format, in XML, in RIS format. But normally I choose the BibTeX format. It's easier for me. Okay, and then you may import the citation that you have downloaded from Google Scholar. Okay, and I think that's all for this one. All right, so how you're going to use Mendeley? First, you go to your Words document, okay? Assuming you have installed the Microsoft Word plugin in your in your Mendeley, then automatically under the reference menu, you will see this Mendeley menu here. Okay, so we have here the insert or edit citation. We have the merge citation, undo, refresh, export, insert bibliography, style, and open Mendeley. Okay, so if, for example, you are going to use the APA format, we have the APA latest edition, the 7th edition format, you just click here. If you are submitting your article to IEEE paper journal, you just click here. If, for example, you are students from which area that need to use the footnote version, you just click the Harvard. If I'm not mistaken, Harvard is the footnote version. So you have more style here. You can click here, more styles. And you can choose the style that is in the library. Or, for example, if you write article within the Elsevier journal, within the Elsevier, we have so many journals, and normally each journal, they have their own way of referencing style. So if it is under Elsevier, it's easier. You can straight away download the style and automatically will be added into your Mendeley. Right, but for others, you have to do it manually. I haven't tried any others from Elsevier, but for example, this one, the Renewable and Sustainable Energy Review, this is the journal that I've submitted my article, and it comes out with their own referencing style. So I just download from the journal and into our Mendeley citation style. Okay, all right. So if, for example, you have this is the article. Okay, so you're going to cite these articles. What you do is just, okay, for example, this one, just click insert or edit citation. Okay, you have a choice of whether you are going to manually write the author's name, the titles, or the year of your article. But what I did most of the time is I just click here to go to Mendeley. Okay, and it will come to this section. If, for example, you are now reading any of the article, it will be automatically highlight for you. But I'm not reading any article from the Mendeley. So, for example, I'm choosing this article to be cited. Click here and just click cite. Okay. All right. And you have this format, IEEE format. So I change it to APA 7 edition. So it is automatically changed for you. Okay, so you don't have to worry. Like, for example, this assignment is going to be IEEE format. This assignment is going to be APA format. You don't have to make major changes. Just click on the style and it will automatically change it for you. Okay, for example, I will, for this statement, this fact, we have more than 2 authors or more than 1 author saying the same thing, stating the same thing. So, for example, I will insert another citation, go to Mendeley, choose this article, cite, okay, and another article, go to Mendeley again, and cite. All right, so you don't have to combine these authors manually. What you can do is just highlight here, go to merge citation, and it will automatically do the merging for you. So you don't have to do it manually. Even if you do it manually, Mendeley will come out with the error message. asking you whether you want to do this part manually, or Mendeley will do it for you. So you don't have to bother on that. Just do it automatically using this merge citation function. All right, for example, if this is the in-text citation and I'm going to put all the bibliography, so what I do is just go insert pages, page break. So I'm going to put all the references here, for example. Okay, and you go to Mendeley references and insert bibliography. So all the bibliography is being automatically added based on the numbers of the in-text citation you've put in your article. All right, so see what happens if I change into the number format, the IEEE format. So it will be automatically changed for you. So if we go back to APA 7 edition. Okay, so this is how it look like. So as you can see, we have this space here, the indent here. So it is automatically done for you. It's not you who do it, this indentation, whatever. All right, so this is how you're going to use it in your words. Okay, I forgot to show you. For example, I'm reading one of this article. Okay, this is the view. This is the view of the library. Okay, if I click here, this bar, this is the view of the library. For example, I just want to look a very brief info of this article. Without open the article, I just click here and I can see all the information here. The publisher, the tag function. Okay, the tag function is very important. The tag function, what you do here is what you get here. Okay, what you do here is what you get here. So as you can see here, all right, this is, I open, now I am opening the vibration energy harvesting folder. So what is this one? This one is, this folder is for my article. I'm writing a review article. Okay, so I categorize this tag function that you have, you need to write it here. I categorize as according to my article review framework. So I always mention in my sharing session, you can find it on my TikTok, on my YouTube, to manage your writing. So what you should do is you first should come out with the framework of your any article you're about to write. So this is the framework for my article. This is as according to whatever framework on the paper. And then each paper, for example, this article, I will put a tag based on this title. This will only come out if you put the tag here. It won't come out if you don't put any tag here. You have to remember that. Okay, and then how to look all the paper here is you need to choose filter by my tag. Okay, it's normally you can filter by author keyword, whatever, but filter by my tag is what you're going to get. So what is the benefit of using this tag is that, for example, this is the section of section 1. So this is all the paper that I've categorized through my first reading will be placed on this section, 1.1 section. So all of these are the paper that I'm gonna put on this section. So as you can see here, I have the green color here, meaning that I haven't read this paper yet. This paper, all this paper I have read, and it does not really related to the section that I am about to write. Not really related in a sense of, if I put it as favorite, this will be my highlighted article on this section. But others, I'm gonna put as well into that section, but just complement article. That is not the close related article with whatever this section is all about. That is what I meant. That is how I manage my writing. Okay, so very important for all postgraduate students, as you will be drained out if you don't manage your writing, your article writing, your research whatsoever. Okay, so just now I opened one of the article and we have this. This is the article that I've opened. So if, for example, you want to highlight. Okay, what I did normally, again, you can go to my TikTok or my YouTube, how you're going to read your abstracts. Okay, the abstract is divided into 5 several sections. You may categorize the section. Okay, what I do is normally I will highlight this as according to the category of the abstract. All right, it's for my own purpose, for my own understanding, for my own easiness to put it on the article that I am about to write. So you have the highlight function here. Okay, it's either you're going to highlight text or you highlight rectangle. Rectangle is you are going to highlight in rectangle shape, but I normally choose the highlight text here. Okay, it's either you choose here or you can right click. Okay, choose here or you can just highlight and right click. Okay, for this one, I have already highlighted. I just click here. And it will come up with this menu. Oh, okay. What I always taught my student is that for intro, you use like blue color. For problem statement, so this one is problem statement, for example. So you should use the red color, for example, highlight red color. Okay. So this is how you categorize. And for example, this is the research gap. So I need to write something. For my reminder. So I click here, and I click notes here, and I write whatever related. Okay. So this is what, for example, if it use bimorph, for example, bimorph transducer. So I just write bimorph. Why? Because I don't want to waste my time. Come again to this paper. For example, I have like hundreds of papers to read. And I don't want to waste my time, come again and read again. So if I have put the notes here, so I just click on the note, oh, this is about bimorph. I have categorized according to the tag. I've done particularly notes here as well. For your information, if you install the Mendeley Reference Manager and Mendeley Desktop, and you are signed in to both of these Mendeley, whatever changes, whatever writing you do in Mendeley Desktop will be automatically synchronized with the Mendeley Reference Manager. Okay, so I think that's all, because we have Q&A session, right, Zoro? I think I've taken like 5 minutes extra time.
Yes, doctor, you have more 5 minutes.
Okay, I have 5 minutes. All right. So this is how you should use your notes. You may use from the note section here, the highlight section here, but I normally just right click. Okay, right click, highlight here and right click and add note or highlight. That is what I normally do. So for example, if the red color for all article is about research gap. So I know that for each article, I just look into the red color. So, you know, I just do once for all. I don't waste my time and come back and read again and get bored again and sleep again. The routine and sleep again. So if you do this, you know, okay, red is for research gap. Just take from here, copy and put into your Words document, and you can see the gap from this paper is what, the gap from this paper is what, and you can categorize the gap and can come out with your gap. For example, if you're finding the gaps throughout your research, or if you find the methods that has been used for each paper, you don't go and read all the details of the paper. That is not the right way. You will get bored, you will confuse reading all the details from the methodology section. What you just do is just find the methodology here, or this paper, this article is been using this one, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I'm going to highlight with green color. So I know this is the methodology for each article related to that. So for example, if in this library, okay, this is about transducer. So this article, this is the type of transducer the paper did. So I just look into the green color. I just go to and add note here. What type of transducer? So I have automatically grouped the type of transducer here. And then I just go look at here. Okay, this is the type of transducer. So what I did is that I know which paragraph I'm going to put this transducer as according to this 1.1 section. Okay. So that is what I meant by using Mendeley as your article management. It's not just about referencing, it's more towards how you manage your article, how you manage your thesis using Mendeley. I think that's all. Zohrul, is there any question?
Thank you, Doctor. Yes, Doctor, we have a couple of questions. Let me pick some questions. There is one question from Javed Akhtar. He asked, Mendeley can be used for mixed methods of research?
Okay, you have to understand, Mendeley is a tool. It doesn't matter which research, which area are you from, the mixed method, the qualitative, the quantitative. It's just a tool for you to use for your article management. You have to understand, doing a research is about how you find what others has been doing in your field. That is what Mendeley is all about. So it doesn't matter. You are from business program, you are from math program, you are from engineering, you are doing qualitative, you are doing quantitative, you are doing mixed method, whatever. It's how you are going to manage your article into an organized way using the Mendeley as a tool.
Thank you, Doctor. We have a few more questions. It's from Purnima Lankani Pareda. She asked, I have printed article. Can I add it to the Mendeley?
Okay, you have printed article. I assume the printed article is taken from the internet and you print. Is that? I hope that is what you are doing. So for now, it doesn't matter. Just type in whatever title from the printed article and add into the Mendeley. Okay, or okay, you have the printed article already, and you don't want to find the article anymore because you have everything in printed version. So you just go add the article, add entry manually, and you add all the type of whether it's a journal, whether it's a magazine, pattern, whatever, as according to whatever this is, whatever the type of articles, put the author's name, put the title, blah blah blah, put everything here, and that's it. And you have everything into the Mendeley. As I said, Mendeley is only a tools, article tools. So if you don't want to go and look at the article that you have been printing all together, just do it manually. Add the entry manually.
Okay, Doctor. Then it's from Wazi Ul Hassan. In terms of quality, how Mendeley is better as compared to manually reference method?
Okay, this is a very good question. If you have a big capacity, RAM capacity, ROM capacity in your head, then go ahead, do it manually. But as for me, okay, I will have several papers to write at the same time, but I will have another things to do. I don't want to put everything manually into my head. I want to organize here and I want to stop. I just want to do other work without me need to thinking anything. When I come back here, everything is as according to what I've told before. That is how it works with Mendeley. But with manual, you will need to sort your article. You will need to open the folder in your article, categorize manually your articles, sorting as according to whatever manually. For your information, I was doing my master by research. I think like 2007 or 2006 before, way before. I don't know on Mendeley, I don't know on EndNote, and I did it manually. And after that, I feel like I don't want to further my study anymore because it's so suffer. At first, the university used the IEEE format of style. Okay, I've mentioned before this one, the IEEE format. Okay, at first. And then towards the end of my study, I was about to submit my thesis. And when the university said, oh, we changed the format, we use the APA version. And you know what? I have to do it manually. Change every single referencing manually. And I feel like crying. At that time, I felt like crying. Okay, and after I finished my study, then I found Mendeley, and I been loyal to Mendeley since then, with the experience, the worst experience I had before. So if you ask me, we have this free tool, just you go explore and use it. That's better. Okay.
All right, Doctor. So the next one, how to automatically cite when your reference is part of the sentence. For example, according to, is from Samuel Abiuddin Alara.
I don't understand the question. Can you rephrase the question or read the question again?
How to automatically cite when your reference is the part of the sentence.
Do you understand the question, Zoro? You understand the question? I don't really get the question. That's the problem. Auto how? Do you can you? I don't really get it. The questions. You can re-ask again in the chat section, I suppose, Zoro.
Yeah.
For us to really understand what you meant by that. I don't understand. Sorry.
Okay, so we're extremely sorry. So, Mr. Samuel, can you ask again?
Rephrase the question because I don't really.
So the next one, in case of manual editing, sometimes the formatted name is not well aligned as required. Any suggestions?
Okay, very good question. Okay, so once, as I mentioned, if the article is taken from like SignHub article, downloaded from SignHub, you will face this problem. Okay, for example, this is the good version. You may find the article, okay, for example, I don't have the worst version here. Okay, it's okay. All right, so for example, because I've, do I have the example of the worst article? All right, for example, this one. Okay, I click detailed information. As you can see here, the title is written like this. It is not as according to the format. Okay, the research guide is typed with all capital letters, and this one is with capital letters for each word. All right, so you can change by yourself here. All right, change, research, retype again, whatever it is. All right, and it will automatically updated on your article section. Or the other way around is, normally when I finish writing all the articles, and I will go and look back at this reference section to see whether, for example, if it's for journal, we have to have the issue number, we have to have the volume number, the page number, but some part of it is missing. So what you do is just go to this particular article at that Mendeley and see, oh, this is the year has not been added, the volume has not been added. You just add, because if this item, for example, you see this is journal article, these items are all must be input, or else if you miss one of this item, it will not come out nicely and accordingly like this. It will come out like, for example, this one, volume, straight away to page. So I know that this section, we don't have the issue number. So that's why it comes out like this. So you just do it manually, check here. So if, like, for example, it's newspaper article, you will see difference in terms of the details of type of article. Thesis. So thesis, book. Okay. Difference between this one, or web page. Okay, so as you can see here, the type of this one will change together with the types of article that you chose from here. So just whatever you just improve, rectify from this section. Okay, just click here. If you don't want to go into details of the paper, just click any of the article. It will normally like this. Just click here and go click this arrow menu, whether it's in the middle or whether it's at the bottom, and it will come out like this. And if you want to take out this, just click back and it will hide from the view. Okay, next question.
Okay, Doctor. The next one from Damkar Mohammed Shehbaz. How do we narrative citations in Mendeley?
What? How do we what? Narrative?
Narrative citations.
I don't understand. What is narrative citation? Sorry, I don't understand. What is narrative citation? As far as I'm concerned, we have
Maybe they want to quote.
Narrative essay. What? I don't understand.
Maybe they want to quote the author name. Is that like Apa?
What you want to quote?
He said, how do we do narrative citation in Mendeley?
Oh, can you please re-ask again the question? Sorry, I really don't understand.
Okay, sorry, Mr.
Sorry.
Damkar, can you please write your question again? So next questions from Kamil K. Katibi. Does Mendeley better than other reference manager?
Okay, this question is being asked to me again and again, like which one is better? And not is better, Mendeley is better. I think it's depend on individual preferences. As I mentioned, since I've met Mendeley before, I did use EndNote, but after that I found Mendeley. For my preferences, I think for me Mendeley is better. Then I don't adopt any other referencing tool after I've met Mendeley, but it depends. You might say that EndNote is better than Mendeley. It's complete compared to Mendeley, but I don't have any say on this. It really depends on each individual preferences. Okay.
All right, Doctor. So the next question from Azizi Muhammad Naim. Most of the time, even if we update the author name in a paper in the Mendeley, but why still some author names are not inserting properly?
Okay, that is a good question. You have to understand the format first, okay? For example, even if we say that Mendeley will automatically do for you, but it will be done based on the format. For example, APA 7 edition. What is the difference between APA 7 edition and APA 6 edition and below? For example, like for 6 edition, only two names will be put in text citation. The rest will be ETL. Or for 7 edition, I forgot the difference between these two. Okay, because I'm doing automatically. Like for in-text citation, I think for 7 edition APA, the third authors upwards will be cited. It will be put as ETL automatically. That one for in-text citation. Similar goes to for the references. Okay, for references, for APA 7 edition, for example, they just put up to 7 authors' name. The rest will not be put together. But this one, you can do it manually. You can change it manually through the coding. I've shared this one at my TikTok because I've received several questions from UITM student mentioning that their requirement for in-text citation is to put all the author's name, up to 8 names, if I'm not mistaken. And I've shown on my sharing on TikTok how you're going to do it to change the code on Mendeley. It's gonna take some time. So just go to my TikTok and find the article, the posting on that one. I've shown already. So that you can, even if the APA 7 edition only put up to like 3 names, but you can add more than 3, like 8 names by changing manually, right? Okay, Zara.
Okay, Doctor. So can you take few more questions?
All right, it's okay.
There is one question from Jawad Ali. Is there any way to use both Mendeley and manual reference?
The answer is no. No, because once you put it in Mendeley, everything will be automatically write down for you by Mendeley. But if you do it manually, then all those manual will not be inserted into your in-text citation or your referencing. But most of the time, we are talking about the reference section, the referencing, the bibliography section. If you, some part of it, you do it manually, and the other part you do it using the Mendeley. The manual part will not be added into the Mendeley. But if you ask me, Mendeley has done, I think, like everything for you, then why do we need to choose for manual if Mendeley is the solution for all? I think that should be that. Another question, Doro?
Okay, doctor. There is one question from Maria. Will Mendeley able to capture similar article to avoid redundancy?
Okay, I forgot to cover that. I forgot to cover that one. Thanks for the question. All right, you go to Tools section and you click on Check for Duplicates. Okay, check for duplicates. All the duplicates will be come out, and you may delete the duplicate area. Okay, I'm not sure whether I have the duplicate. Okay, for example, I go to this one, I go to Tools and check for duplicates. Okay, so for example, I have 30 sets of duplicate. What do you mean by 30 sets? Like for example, for this set, I have this article, I have a few redundant article. For this set, I have a few redundant article. All of these, I have 30 sets with redundant articles. So it will highlight which of the article is similar. So for example, this one is similar, all the things. So I just confirm merge. Okay. Next.
There is another question from Mahmoud Abdullah Al Mahmoud. Zotero and Mendeley, which one is better?
Okay, again, Zotero and notes, Mendeley. I can't compare. I can't give you the answer because, as I mentioned to you, I've been loyal to Mendeley since the first time I met Mendeley. The only tools I used before Mendeley is EndNote. I haven't used Zotero. And then I found Mendeley, and then I've been so loyal to Mendeley. I don't even try any other referencing tool, so I can't answer the question.
So, Doctor, I think that's all. So thank you for answering all the questions. Now, can you take a group photo?
All right, so I stop sharing first. Okay.
Okay, so it's time to take a group photo to make some memory. So please switch on your camera and show the best smile you can. And it will be the freestyle, so you can show whatever you want.
Oh, this is the freestyle version.
Yeah, freestyle version. And another thing, we have 6 pages, so please keep quiet. Okay, so I'll be counting from 3 to 1. Before that, please prepare yourself. Okay, I think everyone has switched on the camera. Okay, so I will capture all the beautiful smile from all around the world. So please keep smiling. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I have captured all the beautiful smile. So thank you for your patience. So thank you very much, Dr. Ruzlaini, for the wonderful hands-on demonstration on Mendeley. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to remind all the you to fill up the attendance form. The link has already been shared in the chat box. The certificates of participation will be given based on the attendance form. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to thank you all again for joining us. I also would like to extend our gratitude to the collaborators, Mendeley Advisor Community, UPM International Students Association, UPMISA, Micropollutant Research Center, MPRC, and Faculty of Technology, Management and Business Postgraduate Society, FOTEPS. UTHM. We are looking forward to meeting you all again at our future events. I apologize for any flaws and technical issues. See you again in future events, inshallah. With that, I, Muhammad Jaharul Islam, signing off with all the best wishes. Take care and stay safe. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. জহর ভাই শুনতেছেন?
হ্যাঁ বরুণ ভাই, আমি অলরেডি শেষ করে ফেলেছি।
না না, আমি আছি, দেখছি অনেক সুন্দর হয়েছে, মাশাআল্লাহ। থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ ফর ইউর help and support.
And thank you for your support as well, and all the audience. Because of the audience, this program has been successful.
ওই যে যেগুলো তুলছেন না পিকচার, আপনি একটা দুটো ফ্রেম বানাই ফেলেন বাংলাদেশের স্টুডেন্ট ইউনিয়ন নাম আর লোগো সহ, আর
okay.
আছে ওই কোলাবোরেশন এর লোগো দিতে পারেন।
All right. So hopefully I will send all the certificate by tonight. So please don't forget to mark your attendance. I have already posted in the chat box. Maybe I'll post again. So we will end our session. Please don't forget to mark your attendance. So Bronman, now we can end our session.
Yeah, sure, please.
So, okay, thank you once again for joining us. Stay safe. Have a great day. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa alaikum salam.